wanted to speak on something that a lot of people don't speak about, and that's diet. And I wanted to relate that to people of certain organizations, namely the Jehovah Witness organization, who likes to abstain away from anything that doesn't derive from Adamic sin. So sin from Adam and Eve, basically, outside of that, those are the things that you can help. Those are the things that you can stop. Now, when it comes to your diet, there's a lot of things that we as people in general, but namely the Jehovah Witnesses, they like to push certain things aside. And my question is, why not now? So when it comes to your diet, why not do things and implement things right now? What are you waiting for the new system for to stop eating pig? What are you waiting for the new system for to stop slaughtering chicken? What are you waiting for the new system for to stop indulging in cow? Right? What are you waiting for the new system for turkey, beheadings? What other animals? Some people eat rabbit. I don't even want to talk about it because I have a pet rabbit and his name is Pumpkin. And why one of my daughters named him Pumpkin, I don't know. He's not orange. He's not, I guess he's a little round. But just not something that you name a rabbit, in my opinion, right? But he is, part of the family, and we love him and we adore him. He is our Pumpkin. So I would hate to think, although I know that people eat rabbit, but why are we waiting for the new system to abstain from these things? Why are we waiting for the new system when we can indulge in fruit and vegetables right now? If you want to throw in some fish, I'll allow it, right? I'll allow it. You can eat fish because they did speak about eating fish in the Bible. All the other animals that I mentioned, they sacrificed those animals. I didn't really hear of them eating it in the Bible, although I'm sure they did. They don't really speak about it much. If I'm wrong, please give me the scripture that mentions eating of anything other than fish. I'm not talking about bread. I'm not talking about drinking wine. I'm not talking about manna. Always wondered what manna was. It came from the sky, right? Always baffled me as to what manna really was. But yeah, you can do those things now, right? We're not talking about Adamic sin that came from Adam. We're not talking about the things that supposedly we can't help, right? The inherited sin. We're talking about things that you can help now. We're not talking about certain emotions that we have that you say that is going to take perfection to alleviate that. Jealousy, envy, unpure thoughts, sexual drives, and, certain things that, you guys say that it's going to take 1,000 years reaching perfection before we can stop those things. We're talking about things that you can stop right now. You can stop eating steak right now. You can stop eating bacon right now. And you get people that, I eat turkey bacon. Yeah, they got to be killed for you to do that. You know that, right? And I'm not talking about the meat eaters, right? I'm a meat eater myself. So I'm not talking about that. But then again, I don't go around saying that, I'll stop eating meat when the urge is taken away from me. If I can do something right now that's within my power, why are you waiting until the new system? Why? Just stop it now. Stop eating meat now. You are killing and slaughtering. I don't care if you're not doing it yourself. You know what's done to these piglets. You know what's done to these, the lamb. You know what's done to veal and all of these animals that make that. And then you got people that go, I had Jehovah Witness elders sitting around talking about the different meats that they had. Hey, you ever tried deer? I tried it. It's a little gamey, but yeah, that's like a big dog. You know that, right? And you're talking about eating deer? They have to shoot these things. You know that. You ever see deers being separated from their parents? Bambi killers? Yeah, I had that before. You're supposed to be talking about having different types of fish. Salmon, tilapia, cod. What's another one? I don't know. Bison. You ever had a bison burger? I had a bison burger before. I mean, what's next? Did you ever have a human? You're one step away from cannibalism, certain people. Right? I had a human arm before, but, it was a little gamey. I'm gonna try the dark meat the next time. I heard it had some flavor to it. I don't get it. These are things that you can stop right now. You want to be all scriptural? You want to say don't celebrate this and we can't be around candles on a cake while they're saying happy birthday? Well, stop eating flesh. Can you do that? Because the Bible didn't mention Jesus chowing down on pork chops. It said Jesus ate fish. But you justify that, right? You know how to justify everything. But it didn't say not to. Yeah, it didn't say not to do a lot of things, but you still do it. I don't know. Actually, I do. It is buffoonery at its finest. At its finest. It will sit there and there's certain people, let's really hold to the scriptures if you're going to do that. If you weigh 640 pounds, and this is no disrespect to anybody that weighs that amount, there are certain medical conditions that people go through. And then there's greed. These are things that you can help now. You don't have to wait for perfection. It's in your power. If you're going to eat 600,000 calories a day, then just stop. I know there's psychological things going on, but these are the same people that are telling other people, why don't you just stop doing that? It's not right. Eating an 80-pound burger is not right either. But you'll justify it. Well, I'll wait until perfection, till till the urge is taken away from me. Magically. And my brother, the Backroom channel, he posed a question that was, to me, one of the most exquisite questions. It wasn't even a question, I'm sorry. It was a statement. It was more of a rhetorical question. Let me take this damn thing out of my mouth. He said there would be no Jehovah Witnesses left if people lived to be, 100, 150, 200 years old. He said it wouldn't even exist. The reason why it exists now, basically, hanging on to a string, is because people die off 70, 80 years old, right? Maxing out at 90 maybe, right? They die off, so there's still hope. But if somebody lived to be 120, after about 90, 100 years old, it's like, you can't throw Armageddon is coming soon. You can't do that. They're like, if you told somebody at 60 years old that it's right around the corner, 40 years later, they're 100, right? At that point, they're like, yeah, 40 years ago, you told me that it was right around the corner. And then another 20, 30 years pass, they're out. What are you going to come up with to justify 70 years passing when you said it was right around the corner? Genius, the back room. Genius. If people live long enough, they will not be in this organization. They shot themselves in the foot. I told you that, Stephen. You shot this. It's, the last of the final part of the last of the last. You don't care because you're not going to be around, that much longer. But for the younger generation, they're going to be like, I remember him saying the last of the last of the... It's one of those speeches that's comparable, in my opinion, to the talk, I guess it was at Yankee Stadium or one of the big conventions before my time, where they said millions now will never die. That was mistake at the highest altitude. And Stephen, you are right there with that. With that last of the final part of the last days, that's going to take new light to get rid of that one. You messed up, Stephen. So if you live long enough, you're going to ditch this organization. Because final part of the last, and I mentioned that in one of my posts. I said 5-10 years pass. It's like, yo, you just said the final part of the last. You threw like 5 last in there. It's not going to work out well for you. It's not right now. But back to the topic at hand. Whatever you can do, whatever is in your power to not do now in this life, then why are you not doing it? There's vegans, there's people that don't eat meat. And I'm sure there's, people that don't eat meat or poultry or fish that's within the organization. But there are also people that do the same outside of this organization. Just questions to have you think, right? I'm going to leave it there like always. You know what I ask you to do in every post. Just think. Damn it. And as always, it's love.